Hi, welcome to Miss Annette's Little Farm in the Big City. It's really good to see you guys again. I really missed you. I did. It's the beginning of the year, and I thought today we would just spend a little time talking about all of our accomplishments that we did last year and talk a little bit about some of the things that we're thinking about for this year. You know, last year we started every season by, I'm feeding the birds some stale bread, so that's why I'm pitching, sorry. Last year we started the year with a list of things that I wanted to get accomplished. And so let's go ahead and look back at all those things that we accomplished last year. All right, let's start the walk down memory lane with last winter and all the things that we did that. And winter went really fast last year. Hopefully it will this year too. Winter began with making beeswax cloths. It was a project that I've been wanting to do, and winter is the perfect time to do those indoor crafts. This was pretty simple, melting the beeswax and putting it into the cloths until it was saturated, and then ironing the beeswax to melt it even more into the cloths, and they came out just right. I also wanted to make loofah sponges from the loofah that I'd grown. I had them dried out in the pantry downstairs. I had to peel the loofah, remove all the seeds, and then I bent it into a little square and sewed it until it made the cutest little loofah sponge. And it really was pretty durable. And of course, as winter started carrying on and getting closer and closer to the end, I decided to try some seed snails. Everybody was doing it, and it was pretty easy. I used cardboard and I saturated it in water. I put some soil down inside of it, rolled it up, tied it up, added some seeds, and waited for that to grow. My favorite project last winter was redoing my bedroom. I painted it pink, redecorated, and added some new bedding. I just loved it. That was really fun. Then winter came and went, and then it was time to start thinking about spring and all of those really neat things. I had a big list for spring, and I got it all accomplished. I thought that was pretty amazing. We started spring off by building my mini greenhouse, and of course Steve helped me with this. And I was so happy with it and pleased. It just came out beautiful. And of course, if you give a Miss Annette a job to do, she's going to think of 10 others. And I decided to paint the garage because it needed spruced up to be beside my beautiful new greenhouse. So I spent a few days painting the garage and spiffing it up. It looks great now. Spring continued to be busy as I decided to add a green glass doorknob to the garden entrance. And I really thought that was so pretty, and you guys helped me pick out the color. It was between pink, purple, or green, and I think green was the perfect choice. Thanks, guys, for helping me pick that out. I had an idea to build a trellis leading to the fairy garden, and I wanted to use branches from my curly willow. So I gathered the branches and put them together to make an entrance to the fairy garden. And I planted a rose bush, a climbing rose bush that will climb on the trellis, and I just think it's going to be very whimsical and charming. Due to our old pond rusting out, we decided to get a new pond and a new fountain. And so spring is a perfect time to do those kind of jobs. And then I did it. Steve and I put the fountain together, and we're very pleased with it. It's a little bit smaller, but it's still just as cute. Spring meant I had to work in the garden. I had to get the garden ready, and I had decided that I was going to take out the rocks that I've been using as a pathway and make a level pathway for me that would be safer. And so I did. I brought in some pea gravel, covered the ground with cardboard, and placed some borders, and put my garden together. I decided to continue working in the garden. I had a vision for this garden, and the vision included 3 tomato towers. And I put them together myself using power tools, which I'm not very good at, but I was pretty confident I could do it. And I did manage to accomplish this task. I'm pretty proud of myself. And then summer came with not such a big list, but still some things to do. Spring was so busy that I did not get any spring cleaning done. So I started this summer by doing a summer refresh in the living room and dining room. The inside wasn't the only area that needed a refresh. I bought a new rug and some new slipcovers for our outdoor living space as well, and refreshed that. And of course, not to be idle for so long, I decided to transplant some of my perennials in the tea garden. I didn't like the placement, and even though it was August and hot, I decided to go ahead and transplant them. Risky business. And we ended this summer by taking the grand boys to Florida for a week, and we just enjoyed the sun and the surf, and it had a wonderful time. And then came fall, and fall had a lot on my list to do for fall. There were a lot of things that I wanted to get done, and I got them all done with my best helper, Mr. Steve. I still can't get over how nice that fence looks in the front yard, and just working on the front yard. I started fall by working on the little barn. I decided to make a stoop out of all the old bricks that we have lying around. And I think it came out very cute and added a lot of charm. I decided that fall was going to be focusing on the front of our house, and I decided to take down the rock wall that was at the front and rebuild it. So I did. I've never done anything like that before, but I'm very pleased with how it came out. And so it took a lot of work, but I did it. The next thing on my to-do list for fall was to do some landscaping at the front. I took out some bushes and added a bush and just moved things around. I just felt like it was more balanced now compared to what it looked like before. And then it was time to do something that I have been dreaming about for years. I took out those scraggly old bushes and put in a cute little fence. It was only 2 panels, and it's just big enough to keep property separated and to look adorable. No more trimming those hedges. My to-do list was not complete yet. I had one more big project, and that was to take my compost bin apart and build a new one. We did a lot, you guys. That was a lot. And I'm really super excited for the new year to start, to get through winter and start with spring planning and things like that. And even though we're still taking it easy, it's winter, and I think winter is a really good time to rest and take some time for yourself when you're a wife, mother, grandmother, auntie, daughter, all of those things. Sometimes you put yourself on the back burner. And this year my plan is to put myself on the front burner and take care of myself first. So that is my number one goal. And I also am recycling some of the old things that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I have some artsy things that I want to do, and other things like that just for myself that I've been wanting to do, and I just keep putting it off and putting it off. This is my year, you guys. This is my year, because I just feel like I'm getting older, and if I don't do it, I never will, and I'm going to be super disappointed if I don't get those things that I want to do. Now, I'm not going to share all the details, but there are a few things that I will share as they come along. And then around here, we're looking around at things that we can do to make improvements on the little farm. Gardening ideas and all sorts of things that are going to be happening in the year, and we will be sharing those as they come along. I mean, I haven't got my winter to-do list put together yet. I think that worked really well last year when I made a list at the beginning of the season of a to-do list, and it really worked out very well for me because it gave me a lot of goals on paper to do. So I think that's what we'll be doing that as well again. But I'm still working a little bit on my winter to-do list here. So I will share that when I get that ready. Okay then. I guess that's about it. Happy New Year. I hope that you have a wonderful year this year. I am planning on having a blast, and I'm planning on sharing it all with you. So thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting me here on Miss Annette's little farm in the big city. Try to get outside today if you can. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. And I will see you next time. Bye. Love you. Missed you so much. Come on, Corby. Come on.